If a fire occurs in an area, then overgrowth will be removed, nutrients will be returned to the soil, and native species will have a better chance at survival. Therefore, fire plays a key role in ecosystems by preventing uncontrollable fires, hastening the nutrient cycle, and supporting native species.
This is relevant to the topic of energy and matter because fire is a chemical reaction that breaks down the bonds and carbon chains made by plants to release energy as light and heat. It also changes molecules like glucose and oxygen into carbon dioxide and water vapor, so it cycles matter around.
Smaller, more common fires prevent the presence of permanently destructive ones. This is because when smaller fires burn, they clear out the underbrush without incinerating everything. Without as much underbrush, fires have less fuel, which prevents larger fires. If there were no smaller fires, then that would cause a major problem in many ecosystems because then a rare, permanently destructive blaze would ravage an area and destroy the whole ecosystem.
Wildfires also support native species of plants and animals. One example would be the jack pine. According to the Government of Canada, where these pines are native, jack pines are under attack from fungi like Anosis root and insects like the white pine weevil. If fires were to occur and burn down the forest where the jack pines live, then plagues of damaging fungi and insects will be purged from an area as it burns down. Some may argue that it ends here, with the death of everything in an area. However, the case is indeed that the jack pines will die, but the seeds in the flame-resistant pine cones will drop out at high temperatures in an adaptation known as serotiny. So what exactly is serotiny? We asked Dr. Martha Witter for an answer.
I work for the National Park Service in the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area as their fire ecologist. Plants that are serotinous store their seeds in long-lasting cones that persist for years on the tree. And those cones will only open and release their seeds when they're exposed to heightened flame. So it's a specialized adaptation to fire.
But why is this good for seedlings?
Exposed mineral soil, there's less competition from other plants, and the temperatures are generally warmer. So it's really an ideal situation for the new seeds to become established.
So the forest of jack pines will regrow, but the parasites will have been consumed by the fire. Furthermore, a bird, the Kirtland's warbler, lives only in dense forests of jack pine, so the survival of this bird is dependent on the trees, which are dependent on the fire. Thus, fire supports native species through the removal of parasites, the clearing of land, the activation of serotiny, and the maintaining of habitats.
Another example of a fire-dependent ecosystem is the grassland. Grasslands are threatened by trees and bushes that have the ability to block out the sun for native grasses. However, when fire ravages an area, the trees are burned up along with the tops of the grasses. Then the grasses grow back through adaptation of deep roots according to Arizona State University. So the grasses quickly regrow while the trees have to slowly recover from their losses. Thus, fire supports native species by preventing grasslands from becoming forests.
National forests also have a huge impact not only on the economy of a state but also the economies of countries. According to the balance in 2017, the U.S. Forest Service spent almost $2.9 billion to put out fires nationwide. While this cost might seem necessary for fire protection, this causes a lot of defects. For example, when firefighting spends this much money, it leaves little space for things like forest management, capital improvements, and research. The damages also reach the real estate market, causing the loss of $14.3 billion to houses near fires. Another impact of natural fires is on politics. Although this impact might be more subtle and indirect, these issues can put pressure on governments to create more changes and laws that can prevent these problems. For example, according to the U.S. Forest Service, when wildfires occur on national forests and grassland, other agencies provide firefighters, aircraft, and equipment to help. As told by the U.S. Forest Service, we can see that these issues place pressure on governments to create more change. We can see that different agencies funded by the government provide more equipment and firefighters to prevent the future fires that might occur. The third and final impact is on culture. Many cultures have evolved through the years to use fire for religious activity, like the lighting of the Olympic fire. According to TED, early hominids used forest fires to warm themselves during the cold season. They often portrayed these forest fires as godly gifts, as they came from the sky through lightning. Religions like Christianity, Buddhism, and Hinduism are also inspired by fire that cremate their loved ones.
Three trends we see are that everything plays a role in ecosystems, from the smallest decomposer to a sustained chemical reaction. Removing any part of an ecosystem results in a shifted balance in which there are serious consequences, and organisms have adapted to the environment around them through natural selection. In conclusion, fires prevent uncontrollable fires, fires hasten the nutrient cycle, and fires support native species.
So, although fires might have a negative portrayal colored by destruction and death, consider it the eraser in an ecosystem, clearing out space for new wonders of life.